Have you ever felt like you're the one who's constantly giving while receiving little to nothing in return? You initiate the conversations, you make the plans, you adjust yourself to fit his mood, you pour your energy, time, and love into the relationship, and yet it feels like it's never enough. If this resonates with you, you might be experiencing what I call the overgiving woman syndrome. And yes, this is a fact. Today, we're diving deep into why some women keep overgiving in relationships, why this cycle feels so hard to break for now, and most importantly, how to reclaim your power. Because love is not meant to be earned through exhaustion. Love is natural, love is abundant, and you do nothing to earn love because you're already worthy of it. So let's get into it. Before we dive into it, I want to share this very powerful, magical inner work. I have created a feminine energy blueprint for you guys, and so far I have received so many wonderful comments and we got amazing results with my clients. So if you want to flourish, if you want to nourish your feminine energy and tap into the divine feminine within you, check out the link below. Let's start with the first chapter. What is the overgiving woman syndrome? Overgiving women do too much in relationships. They give more than they receive. They feel responsible for making the relationship work. They try to prove their worth through effort, and for that reason they attract partners who take more than they reciprocate. And the worst part is that no matter how much they do, it never feels enough. They feel unappreciated, unseen, and emotionally drained. But why? Why women overgive? So we open the second chapter. Why do women overgive? First, the I must earn love belief. You might have learned in childhood that love must be learned through effort, sacrifice, or pleasing others. And this makes you feel like you must prove yourself to be chosen. You must do more than be to be chosen. This may come from your definition of love and how you perceived feminine and masculine archetypes in relationship, in family. And this may also come from how they gave you love when you pleased them, when you became the way they wanted you to be, when you lived up to their standards and expectations. Unfortunately, this is a conditional way of giving love. Although sometimes it's not intentional, as kids, we made the assumption that receiving love is conditional. And if we meet that condition, if we be the good girl, if we be like the girl they wanted, if we be silent, if we get good grades, they're gonna love us. Therefore, we try to earn their love. Second, we are seeking validation through giving. Maybe you experience that satisfaction or self-worthiness when you made someone happy. Making others happy give you a sense of self-worth. If you feel unworthy at your core, giving becomes your way of feeling valuable. So you become dependent on them. Dependency is not for self-sufficient, confident, feminine. Dependency is a wounded feminine energy. There is nothing wrong to be happy for making someone else happy, but it shouldn't be about your worth, because your self-worth is independent of external circumstances, other people, and the 3D. What happens outside of yourself never defines your worth. Your worth is a decision. You decide that you're worthy. You decide that you're worthy as you are. Comment below, I am worthy as I am. Third reason why women overgive is feminine energy suppression. And this is not actually about women per se, but this is more about the feminine energy, because the qualities of feminine energy is misunderstood, and in so many different environments these feminine qualities are either shamed or blamed. This is the reason why our feminine energy is wounded, because we try to hide that part of ourselves. For example, maybe in workplace you were taught that being nice and going with the flow doesn't make you successful, or it makes you a failure. You've hidden that part of you. Maybe in your childhood you were taught that showing your emotions makes you weak, so you've hidden your emotions. You didn't cry, you didn't express yourself. Feminine energy is about receiving, sensuality, flowing, allowing, and it's about the power of being, like being centered and knowing the power of your energy. But when you learn these codes from your parents, your friends, your teachers, or your co-workers, you operate too much in your masculine energy, which is about fixing, controlling, planning. So you overextend yourself in relationships. You try to control circumstances. You try to plan everything by yourself. You try to do more than being. And the fourth is the fear of abandonment. And this is very general. You may fear that if you stop overgiving, if you stop giving, he will leave. So you keep overcompensating to feel secure. This may also come from unsecure attachment with a parent. So the only way to feel secure is giving. But you need to remember that if you stop giving and then he leaves, he was never meant for you. Because a true healthy masculine will stay even when you stay centered, and actually only when you stay centered, because a healthy masculine is attracted to a healthy feminine, and a healthy feminine stays centered. She takes herself responsible for her energy, her body, and she takes it seriously. So she saves it. She doesn't consume her energy to chase after a man. She doesn't overextend to chase after him or please him. She stays centered. So a healthy masculine will be attracted to a healthy feminine who stays in her center. So if you fear that he's gonna leave you, then it means your feminine energy is wounded. You have some inner work to do. Why you fear? Where does it come from? When is the first time you felt it? Does it still define you? Should it define you? Does it serve your ideal relationship? Can you let go of it? How can you let go of it? And when you let go of it, what kind of feminine are you gonna be? We believe when we overgive, they're gonna be more attracted to us. We can keep them. We can be more loved, more lovable, more worthy, more precious, or the center of their universe. Even that need to be the center of their universe is a proof that our feminine energy is wounded. There is something wrong with that perception. There is something wrong with that mindset. The hard truth we're trying to avoid to face is that overgiving creates the exact opposite effect. When you overgive, two things happen. First, he stops investing in you. Men value what they invest in. And when you do all the work, you leave him no room to do the work, to do something for you, to invest in you, you make it easy for him to do nothing. He doesn't need to do anything for you. He doesn't invest time, mental energy. He doesn't give a thought to do something for you. So when he doesn't invest in you, he doesn't value you. Second, when we keep giving and receiving nothing in return, we feel resentful and drained. Sometimes we are not even aware of it. That resentfulness piles up inside day by day, and one day something blows up. Overgiving isn't selfless, it's self-destructive, because at the end we always expect something, and when we have expectations but these are not met, you end up feeling disappointed, exhausted, and unfulfilled. So this is gonna be the end of your story, not because he is not the right person, but because you are making the wrong moves. There is also this misconception that when we find the right person, he's gonna appreciate us being overgiving, us being pleasing them, us being overextending. But this is wrong. The healthy masculine man only appreciates you in your healthiest feminine energy, not in your wounded feminine energy. So we heal that wound and we tap into our healthy feminine energy, then we attract the right man into our lives. So what I mean is that don't expect to attract better partners without healing your wound. And let's move into this part, how to stop overgiving and reclaim your power. Number 1, shift into your feminine power. Feminine energy is magnetic, not forceful. You decide that your energy is magnetic. If you don't attract something you desire, then it's not meant for you, or you're not aligned with it. You don't need to force it. If you do the inner work, if you change your energy, you're gonna easily attract it. You don't need to chase it. So stop trying to make things happen. Let things flow to you. Allow yourself to receive. I say this in 2 ways. First, receiving is not weakness, it's balance and it's natural. And it's what your feminine energy desires. Second, you block receiving when you have limiting beliefs about your worthiness. If deep inside you believe that you're not worthy of this love, this unconditional acceptance or abundance, because you don't look a certain way, or you were treated badly in your childhood, or you don't know love, then you will block true love. To allow yourself to receive, you should be aware where you're blocking the abundance and how can you allow yourself to receive it. Notice how it feels to sit back instead of always initiating. You're not gonna lose him if you don't make the first move. Ask yourself, if I stop trying so hard, what would happen? You may start with small shifts. Let him reach out first. Let him make plans. Let yourself relax into your presence without feeling guilty. And just wait. Trust your magnetism. Number 2, stop trying to prove your worth. Your worth is not in how much you give. Your worth is defined by you. How you decide to be worthy. Just as you are worthy, already worthy. Comment below, just as I am, I'm worthy. Love is meant to be mutual, not a transaction. If someone only stays because you're constantly proving your value, they are not your person. No. A healthy masculine man doesn't need you to prove your worth, because he already knows that feminine energy is so worthy and divine, and he appreciates it. He is feeding from it. He knows that it's the power that feeds his masculine energy. So he doesn't make you prove your worth. So as part of your inner work, instead of asking how much they love me, ask, do I feel cherished in this relationship? You know, this works so quick, so well. I've done this in my past relationship. When I shift my perspective towards how I feel in this relationship, I truly saw him for himself, and I realized it was never about how much he loved me, but it was about how I felt when I was with him, and it didn't feel good. I was actually undermining my worth while I was tolerating his actions. Number 3, learn to receive without guilt. This is key. This is so important. A relationship should never feel one-sided. If you stop initiating, what happens? Do they step up? Take a step back and observe. What does he do when you stop over-functioning? If he's stepping up, then he is acting from a healthy masculine energy. When you receive without feeling guilty, he steps up, so he knows your worth. He knows the value of a healthy feminine and he appreciates it. So he starts giving. But if he's trying to manipulate you, if he's trying to take instead of giving, if he's trying to convince you, then run. There is something wrong with him. But also what's really important here, I think, is not about changing how you act, because this is surface level, but shifting the belief that causes you to feel guilty when you receive. It might be, I have to give to receive love. I have to prove that I'm worthy of love. I have to earn love. It's not safe to receive. It's not safe for me to be myself. Whatever it is, the root belief, find it and do the inner work. Shift from a deeper level so that the natural outcome of your new belief system becomes aligned feelings, emotions, actions, and thoughts, so that you can feel safe when you receive. Number 4, redirect your energy inward. If you feel emotionally drained from overgiving, overpleasing, overextending, this shows you that there is something wrong and you need a break. Your feminine energy is a divine power. It is so precious that it can't be wasted. Your cup should be filled from within first, so that you don't come from desperation when you get into a relationship, but you come from sharing and abundance. And this is the only way to attract an abundant, loving relationship, to come from a filled, full cup. If you're emotionally drained, do you think you can attract abundance? No. If you waste your feminine energy for chasing after love, do you think you can attract abundant love? No. If you're not taking care of yourself first, prioritizing yourself, taking care of your energy, do you think you're gonna attract a man, a healthy masculine, who will value your energy, your body, your being? No. So pour your effort into your own emotional well-being instead of proving your worth. You should be the priority in your life. You should be the most important thing in your life. You should be the most precious energy in your life. And you decided yourself. You decided now. You don't wait for someone else to decide it for yourself. You don't need someone else to choose you for that. What this means, what this decision brings, is that you take care of your body, you regulate your nervous system. You don't let the 3D to define your emotional situation, your mood, your actions, your thoughts. You don't let anything external to define your reality, how you feel, how you think, how you act. Because your power comes from within. What you decide mentally, emotionally, or with your actions is what you're gonna get. So don't give in to the 3D. Don't give in to the reflection. It's just a mirror, and it's a mirror reflecting back your past frequency. It's an old you. It was a wounded feminine energy. Now we're shifting the story. And if you stay consistent in what I said in this video, do the inner work, affirm to yourself, and stay centered and heal your feminine power, this new belief system and this new energetic version of you is gonna become subconsciously normal, effortless, easy, and automatic. And your reality will reflect that energy back to you. So if you stop overgiving, I know it sounds scary, but if you do that, you're going to regain your self-worth. You will attract people who invest in you. Your relationships will feel balanced instead of exhausting. You will stop settling for one-sided connections. You will not tolerate less than you deserve, and you will be communicating your value, your worthiness with the universe. Not only verbally or mentally, but with your energy. And this is magic. Leave your fears behind, leave your limiting beliefs behind, and by the end of this video, start claiming your new identity and your new reality. If you want to work one-on-one with me, check out my links below and apply for one-on-one coaching. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.